Hello, True here. I'm going to show you today very quickly how to color my pansy bunny image that I illustrated for $2 stamps, which is available now, by the way, with Tombow markers. I don't have a lot of pastel markers, so I use the darker ones and use them in a slightly different way. I don't always apply it directly to the image. I'm going to go really quick because I only have 10 minutes for the program that I upload this to. We'll start out with the pot, and I'm using number 946. I know my shadow side is going to be on the left hand side because my imaginary light source is always up in the upper right hand corner. It's just my favorite place to put it. Just color it in there. Going a little quicker than I would if I were doing it for a card because of the video time. But this will give you a really good idea. You'll just have to pardon me if I go out of the lines a little on some of this. Just pull the color over. Keep on picking it up and pulling it over. Getting lighter towards the edge. This is what gives you your lights and darks and shadows and adds interest and depth to the project instead of just being a solid colored in project. Okay, and then for a little bit more darkness, I will use number 947. Just put it in a little bit on the edge. You don't have to do a lot with this because our main color is already marked in. You know, I'd also want to hit some shadows under the bunny. Okay, then you'll take your water brush and just blend it in a little bit to get rid of the harsh lines. Okay, I'm just going to smooth that out a little bit. Rinsing my brush. Now my bunny, I want him to be almost a white bunny, but I don't have a light color, so I'm using 879, and I'm putting a little bit on my acrylic block, diluting it with water, and then hitting the shadow images on the bunny. Shadow areas, I'm sorry. I am in a hurry. Under his ears. His back ear there, can't forget that. Back by his tail. Okay, because I do want this light, I'm going to rinse my brush again, squeeze a little bit of water until it runs clear, and then just going to do small circles to smooth out the shadow lines. This does not have to be perfect. If you go out of the line, don't worry about it. Just call it artistic license. Okay, for the bunny's ears, I don't have a pastel pink, so I'm going to use some more of the same brown. And then this really bright 725 marker. Pick up a little bit of the pink and blend it with the brown. Color in his nose. And I usually do the bottom of the ear and then up the front side because of the cup of the ear. It would be the shadow area. And then rinse your brush and color it in. I also want to give him some pink cheeks, so I'm just going to use the same dirty brush and give him a little bit of a glow on his cheeks. Rinse the brush. For the leaves, I don't have a pastel green, so I'm going to use 098 for both the base color and the shadow. Pick up some paint, lay it in your image. Use the same green, and go back in and put your shadows in. I like to do the veins too. That gives you some depth to your leaves. Now the pansies, I'm going to do purple pansies. I'm using number 676 for the three main bottom pansy petals. Pick up some color, lay it in. two darker upper petals are going to be number 606. Same thing with it. Lay in the color. The center of the pansy is yellow, so we'll put that in there. That's number 055, and then I'm also going to hit a little bit with yellow just to give it a little bit of shadow on that. And then take the same purple 606 and draw some veins in. Ideally, you would wait until this was dry, the base of it was drier, so that the veins weren't so thick, but this will definitely give you an idea. Okay, the grass is the same green. Just scribble some in. Take your color. I didn't rinse. No problem. Rinse now. Get some extra water squeezed in. Okay, then blend it. And then pull the water and color down so it fades. You don't want a harsh line. It kind of fades into infinity. I also have a little bit of glow around my image. I'm just going to do a small area here to show you. I'm using 055 yellow. Grab your water pen and pull the color out. And then I don't like how bright that is, so I'm going to take some of that same brown that I used on the bunny and cool it down a little bit just by going on the inside edges. And that adds more shadow. Okay, now if you go along and you do the leaves, the rest of the leaves that way, and the rest of the pansies, you will end up with an image something like that. Gotta get off of here. Hope you enjoyed it. Happy crafting.